Knowi connects natively to many popular data sources. In this video, I'll show you how to connect to Elasticsearch and run a query. First, navigate to Queries on the left-hand side, and then go to New Data Source. You can scroll through the list of data sources that you can connect natively to until you find the one that you want to connect to, or you can simply search for the name up top. Each data source you connect to must have a unique name. The Elasticsearch URL is the full endpoint to your cluster, and the asterisk indicates that these fields are required when filling in your new data source parameters. If your Elasticsearch instance requires authentication, you can fill in your username and password here. Custom headers are also optional. Use these if your setup needs extra connection properties like running queries as another user. Next, select the Elasticsearch server version from the drop-down menu. If your server is behind a firewall, you can connect with an SSH tunnel. And finally, the access control list allows you to control which indexes are available in queries. So for instance, if I wanted restaurant and sending activity to be visible, but didn't want to show Cubana 9. Once we've got our parameters filled in, we can go ahead and test the connection. And we see that the connection is successful, so now I'll save this new data source. Now I can start querying. The query builder shows you the different indexes available on the left-hand side, and you can expand these to see the different fields within each index. You can drag and drop which index you want to work with, or select it from the drop-down menu. And then from here, we can select which fields we want to display in our query. And as you build out your query, you can preview the data set. You can also build your query in editor mode. Knowi will automatically generate a query in the native language for the data source you're connected to. So I've copied a simple query that I am now going to paste into editor mode. And now I can preview this. In the preview data mode, you can add calculated fields. And you can also export your dataset as a CSV file. Under data strategy, you can specify what kind of query you want to run. So you could either run once and pull the data as is. A direct query will run the query anytime you open up a visualization or dashboard tied to that data set. Or you could have your query run on a scheduled interval. Be sure to give your data set a name. And if you want, you can assign it to a category. Then you can create and run. This brings you to an overview of your query. So you can see that we've built our query, which has created a data set, and we've got our first widget or visualization associated with that query. From here, we can build out dashboards and visualizations to get quick answers about our data set. Knowi integrates AI to help create dashboards faster, so instead of manually building each widget, you can simply ask questions of your data or provide a brief summary of what you want to see. So for example, I'm going to ask top campaigns by conversions and total emails sent, bounced, and delivered weekly, and then I'll generate that dashboard. So what we get is a default widget with our raw data set. And then we get one widget for each question that I've asked. So here we've got top campaigns by conversions. And then we've also got these weekly email metrics. So now we can go into each of these widgets to just verify the steps that the AI took to generate this filtered data. And then you can go into the visualization tab and select what kind of visualization you want to use. There's also tons of customization options that you can explore as you're building out widgets. And then we've also got a widget here of our dataset recommendations. So in a moment, it will generate findings with associated recommended action items based on that dataset. If we think of more questions that we want to ask, we can use the natural language processing bar up here to generate widgets quickly. So for instance, maybe I want to know total conversions by customer weekly. And we can see that we've now got a filtered data set based on the question that I've asked. And then you can go into the visualization tab and again, select how you want to show this data. We could select the AI recommendations widget, like we already have on our dashboard, or we could stick with the visualization options, such as a stacked area chart. And I'll go ahead and create that widget and add it to my dashboard. And now you can rearrange these widgets as you want and kind of customize your dashboard. For all of your widgets, you can quickly grab snapshots of your data in the form of instance sites. You can also set up alerts. These can either be thresholds or anomaly detections. And then you can send out your dashboard as a scheduled PDF report. And you could insert instance sites and AI-generated recommendations in the body of these reports. So you do email report and then embed recommendations. And now when your report gets sent out, and the body of the email will be AI-generated recommendations and insights based on the entire dashboard. So to summarize, we went from raw Elasticsearch data to an interactive dashboard in just under 10 minutes.